This is one of my favorite places to go riding. It's a local skate park. During the daytime and during the evening time, there's always a bunch of skateboarders and bicyclists here. But I come early in the morning, right about sunrise, get here before them, and I have the whole place to myself for about a half hour or an hour. All kinds of jumps, transitions, bowls, a whole bunch of fun stuff to drive around through. So I like to come here as often as I can. It's a really cool place to be. One of the best things about this skate park is it's got so many different options and different ways that you could drive through it. It's really fit for all skill levels, from beginner to intermediate to expert. Lots of different jumps, different bowls to ride through, and you really can make the course what you want as far as go through different ways and get your own patterns down and your own jumps down. There's definitely a lot of good jumps here, though. As you watch the video, you'll see a lot of different clips of the green car and the blue car. The blue one's on my Stampede. The green is my brother's Hoss. You also see my brother in the background sometimes. We'll get to him later, a little bit more on him later. For those of you who aren't aware, the Hoss is the next level up from the Stampede as far as quality goes and price. Although I like the Stampede better. Because it goes so early in the morning, I don't have anyone to record for me, so a lot of the videos kind of from bad angles or just with me setting my phone up somewhere against a wall somewhere and propping it up. As I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of good jumps in here. One of the best things to do, though, is to try and jump out of the park over the little barrier fence right there, because laying on the concrete can be rough on the vehicle, but the grass is much, much softer. The good news is all Traxxas vehicles are very durable, built to last and take a beating. And even when stuff does break, it's relatively affordable and very easy to find. Any local hobby shop should have all the replacement parts. Here's a little extra footage from a local junior high school that we took. Just out there having some fun, doing some jumps on a homemade ramp that my brother built. The ramp's fun for a little bit, but after a while it gets kind of boring. The good news is there's a 3-lane driveway that enters the school parking lot, and it's a perfect setup to jump over it. And here it is right here. 3 lanes across the driveway. Measures 36 feet from takeoff to landing, and I went about 35.10. Jumping over 35 feet is not as easy as it sounds, especially with the natural takeoff and natural landing. And of course, with obstacles in the way, it makes it even harder. But like I mentioned earlier, Traxxas vehicles are very durable, so it's okay when things like this happen. Let's watch this jump one more time in slow motion. I had the distance. The problem is my landing wasn't smooth, and as soon as I hit the concrete, I bounced up and went right into the pool. Remarkably, no damage was done to the vehicle. The battery flew out, but otherwise everything was just intact, perfect. As I mentioned earlier, this is my brother David. He's had some cameos in my previous videos, and I thought he'd be grateful for me for the opportunity to be on film. But as it turns out, he's not very grateful, and he told me if he didn't get credit, he was going to have his attorneys press charges. So that's my brother David right there.